Yo guys, it's Rikki, and I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm kind of showing my whole garage because I want to talk about motorcycles a little bit and why I'm so obsessed with them. First of all, up on the end here, and I'll have to show this on a B clip, is my Indian ROADMASTER. Then second in line is my BMW GS. Third is my Ducati Scrambler Desert Sled, my Indian Scout Bobber, my Triumph THRUXTON, and my Norton Commando. That is my bevy of bikes, and you're probably wondering why I have so many bikes and how many more should I have? Answer is just one more. I'm kind of crazy with bikes, but the reason I love them so much is because there's so many different things you can do on bikes. There's so many different places you can go. You feel the air, you smell the air, you feel the change of temperature. It tries to get you to go to places that you probably might just go, nah, I don't know, in a car. But then you see that trail, or you see that road, or you see something, and you go, I want to do it. I want to do it on a motorcycle, because in a car, it's just not the same. That isn't to say there isn't some amazing trails and things that you can do in four-wheel drive vehicles and in cars. All kinds of transportation is amazing. But I'm just telling you why I'm obsessed with motorcycles. The reason I have different motorcycles is for different purposes. Not one motorcycle does everything. This motorcycle, the Indian ROADMASTER, it's for long hauls. It's for getting on and just going. Taking your girl, going on a weekend trip, a week trip. We did a couple of weeks in Sturgis on it. It was amazing. The same thing with the BMW GS. It's just a different dynamic. It is and more of an all-around bike. On the long hauls on the freeway, it's not going to feel quite as good as a ROADMASTER, but then going up in the twisties and doing those kinds of things, it's a little more made for that type of terrain. And you can off-road. I mean, you can go around the world on this bike. It is absolutely the Swiss Army knife of motorcycles. So then there's the Scrambler, the Desert Sled Ducati Scrambler. And why do I have that? I had an Urban Enduro and I had a KTM 690. This is neither. It's more than the Urban Enduro in terms of its ability to go off-road. It's less than the ability to go off-road than the 690. However, I can ride this bike all day long and have a blast on it and still get off-road and do what I need to do. It is not a full-on dirt bike, and I plan on getting a dirt bike eventually. I'm not sure what I'm going to get yet. I love KTM, but there's some other options too. So that's that. The Bobber, the Indian Scout Bobber. I mean, that's for going around town and just having a murdered out little fun hot rod Indian, you know? I mean, literally, that's what that bike is for. It's not a long distance bike, but that's okay. My THRUXTON is my cafe racer. That is my hooligan bike. It's a bike that I keep building up and building up and building up. And it gets faster and faster. And it is that bike that is a quintessential 50s, 60s cafe racer style bike. I love that bike. Then I have my Norton Commando, which is my classic British motorcycle that I don't think I'll ever get rid of. I'm absolutely in love with it. I adore it in every way. And it's one of those bikes that I clean it up and I ride it and I have a great time on it and I put it away. But it could be ridden all over the country if you needed to, because it is such a solid motor. Now, once you get used to the comfort of something like an Indian ROADMASTER or even the Scrambler, it's not quite as comfortable. But for its time, I mean, it's a 1974. That bike is older than a lot of people watching this video. It is a monster of a bike. It's a beast of a bike. It just keeps on running. And that's what's so beautiful about British bikes. So that's kind of my stable. I've done this before a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to do it again because I like talking about motorcycles. As you can see, I've got a lot of helmets that I've collected over about 20 years. I haven't given any of them, well, yeah, I actually have given a couple of them away. I don't wear all of them, but I love to display them. I will talk about gear more in some future vlogs if you want me to. Just let me know in the comments section. I absolutely will do that. Right now, actually, I'm wearing some pants from a company called Fuel. I love their stuff. They're doing a really killer job. They're out of Spain. I'll put a link below to those guys. They sent me a shirt. They sent me a pair of gloves. I'm going to review all this gear. I mean, they just make gorgeous stuff. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it off-road. I'm going to take it on some rides, see if I like it. Make sure to subscribe. Smash that like button. Take care of each other. Keep rock alive.